Hi, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be filming this one and I hope that you're excited as well. As you can see from the title, I am going to be doing a kind of like a mini series on my channel and I hope that you'll stick around for all of the little parts of it. I'm assuming there's probably going to be about maybe 4 parts to this and I'm super excited to start off with this one. So I guess first and foremost I'll kind of just give you a rundown of what all this is. So Jaclyn Hill came out with her original palette, which I should have brought here with me. Let me go grab that. Alright, so this is the original palette that Jaclyn Hill did with Morphe, and I think I have a video on a tutorial on this one, but this is what the inside looks like. I labeled mine because the names weren't on there, but this is what it looks like. And so she came out with a Vault collection with 4 palettes, and if you don't know a little bit of the backstory, all of these shadows she was at one point considering to put in the palette, but there was not enough room, so her and Morphe decided to make the Vault with all of the extra ones that didn't make it to the final one. So I was really excited to get it. This is what the box looked like when it came to me. I love the white and silver. It's really cute. This is what the back looks like. And then if you've been following the scandal behind it, these were the original ingredients, and then this little sticker is the current ingredients that was covering it. So what it looks like to me is that some of the ingredients were just moved around a little bit, but I'm really excited to use it, and I personally hope that it performs well because I didn't spend that amount of money for it not to work well. I'm really excited to get this series started, so I'm just going to open my next part of the package. So that was the box, and then inside the box it was bubble wrapped, and then this is the outer packaging, which again I love. And then if you pull this little thing, all of them come out, and I'm just gonna randomly pick one, so we'll see what I start with. Mixing them up, and we'll start with this one. So this one is called Armed and Gorgeous. Each one of them look exactly the same, but the sides have the name of the palette, and then the colors scheme is on the outside as well, and then there's the name. Alright, so ooh, I like this one. I'm glad we started with this one. So each palette comes with one of these films and a good size mirror, and then here is the inside of this one. I'm loving the way that this looks. It looks like fall in a palette, and if you know me, you know that fall and winter are my favorites. So I'm glad we get to start with this one. I guess what we can start with is swatches. So I'll show you how I swatch, and I'll show you the first swatch, and then I'll just do them all and then show you what they all look like, okay? So we'll start with VIP, and the way that I like to swatch is I start in the middle, or the top middle, and I do one full and then pull away, and there's a swatch right there, and then I just one down. So that's real pretty. So let me do them all, and then I'll come back to show you all of them, okay? Alright, so these all look gorgeous. Some of them are a little bit more pigmented than the other ones. Some of them feel a little bit different, and part of that is finishes. Like this one right here, you can tell definitely has glitter particles, because when you put your finger in it, it is kind of like gritty. So let me get you a close-up of all of the swatches. There we go. That is all of the swatches, starting with VIP, Axis, Guilt Trip, Coin, Agent, Top Secret, Smooth Criminal, Secure, Prowl, and then this last one is Classified. Between each swatch, I wiped my finger off with a towel and then dried my finger off so that it wasn't wet, because sometimes if the shadows are a little bit wet, they can perform a little bit better. But anyways, swatches can mean a lot to some people and not so much to other people, because what's most important is the way that it applies to your eye. So I'm really excited to get started. If you'd like to see a look that I will be creating with this palette, then just keep watching. Alright, I zoomed you guys in a little bit closer so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So let's just get started. I don't know what I'm going to be creating, but I can only assume that it's going to look like fall. All over my eyes. So first and foremost, I think I'm going to go in with Access, which is this yellowy color right there. What I like about this palette for sure is that the names are printed on the actual palette so that you can see them, where in the original one the names weren't on there, and I took it upon myself to put the names on there so that I didn't have to keep that little card. Although I did keep the card. So I dipped my brush in there, and each time I tap off, a lot kind of flies off. So keep that in mind, that if you don't tap it off, you're probably going to be putting on a lot of pigment on your eyes, and it might be a little hard to work with. So I've tapped it off a few different times, and let's just go in. I did prime my eyelid with my matte paint pot in soft ochre, and then I did set it with the face with just a regular face powder. Yeah, I think that did really well, and that was just one dip into the palette, and then whatever this means, tapping out the excess. So now I'm going to go in with Agent. You know what, actually I'm going to go in with Secure, which is this one right here, with the same brush, and just put it right in the, like, the outer corner, bottom of the crease. Perfect. I think that's a nice, some nice base colors to go in with the next few colors. So now I think I'm going to take a smaller, more precise brush and then go in with the green color, because how could you not use the green color? So this one is called Top Secret, this one right here, and then just put that right in the outer corner. I'm kind of slowly building it up. Right now it just kind of looks like a little wash of green, which is kind of what you want to do. I feel like you don't want to go in with all of it and like start putting it all in. I like to slowly build up the colors, just so that it doesn't get out of hand for myself. So I think I want to go in with just another layer of the green just to deepen it up just a little bit more, and then we can move on from that color, but I really do like it. If you notice, I like to like stamp it on the bottom, like closest to my lash line, and then kind of come up with it. I want the most pigment to be like right at the lash line, and then kind of gradually get lighter as I go up to my crease. And I usually only do that to the outer corner colors, or the colors that I'm putting out this way, just because that's where I just don't want it to look too harsh and like too much right there. If that's the look that maybe I'm trying to achieve with a lot of dark, then yes, I'll go in there and like pack it on, but that's not the look that I'm going for. What I like to do, I don't know if I have like a hooded lid or not. I mean, I think that I do, because like when I look straight on, you see this little like extra stuff that's happening here. So what I like to do in that case is look straight on into my mirror, and then where that little fold is, so I can try and show you, where it folds right there, I like just to make sure that I go up enough so that you're able to see that color right there. I want to make sure that when I'm looking at people that that fold isn't covering all of, you know, the color that I'm putting down right there. So I want to make sure that I bring it up high enough so that when I'm looking at people that they're able to see that I do have a little bit of color in there. So there's nothing on my brush. I'm just going to kind of just make sure that I bring it up far enough so that when my eyes are completely open, that you do see some green right there. Yeah, I think you can see that, where now this color is peeking out right here a little bit more than on this side where it's all kind of hidden in there. And I haven't put any extra color. I'm just still using the same brush, and I haven't dipped it again. I'm just kind of blending it out. I like the way that that looks. I think I'm going to go in with that first brush again, and then go in with a little bit of the first color access right here, and then just kind of blend out the edges. I'm really liking this green, so I think what I'm going to do is take the green again and put it in the inner corner, and I think I'm going to do a halo eye. So a halo eye has usually the same color on the outside as the inside, so the two colors right here, and then a pop of shimmer right in the middle. So let's do that for this look. And you just start out with a little bit. You don't want to go crazy on the inside, because it could end up on your nose and then your eyebrow, and then it's on your lips, and then you're done, and then you just gotta stay home all day. So just be careful. So we're just slowly building it up. And I'm just kind of connecting the color that I had brought in right here to the inside, and I'm trying to keep it low and not too high. I can assume that if you go too crazy with that green color, it can end up making you look a little sick. So just be careful with that. Yeah, I like the way that's looking. It's looking a little bit more grungy looking, and you can kind of see the difference in both eyes. This one's going to close off your eyes just a little bit because we are putting that darker color on the inside, where this one's making my eye look more open. So it kind of depends on what kind of look you like to go with. This eye almost looks more awake, where this one just looks a little bit more closed off. And I personally like this type of eye look, the halo eye. So you'll kind of see towards the end of the look how it's going to end up looking, obviously. But keep that in mind, that when putting the darker color on the inner corner, it does make your eyes look a little bit just more closed. Perfect, I like this. So now what I'm going to do is just deepen out the inner and outer corner just a little bit, and I'm going to start with the smooth criminal color right here. Yeah, just added a little bit of some depth in there so that it wasn't all just the green color. I really like the way where this is going. I'm really happy with that. I still think that I want it just a little bit darker. I think I'm going to go in with the Prowl color just to deepen it just a tad. And then just a little bit more of the Top Secret green color. And whatever is left over in the inner corner. So when doing a halo eye, you want to put a pop of like brightness right in the center. I'm gonna try using a brush, but for the most part I never use a brush for this kind of look. I usually just use my finger, but we'll start with a brush. Although I probably assume most people who are watching this would probably use their finger too. I'm just gonna use my finger. So I think I want to go in with Guilt Trip, which is the middle color right here. And what I do is I use my middle finger, it's not wet or anything, and I go in there, just one swirl to start off with, and I just set it right in the middle. That's pretty. And I just kind of pat it around right in the middle though. Ooh, isn't that cute? See how it adds just like shininess right in the middle? I like it. And the patting around just kind of blends it in, or helps blend it in. So now let's go in with that little brush again, and I'm just gonna soften up the edges so that it doesn't look like it's just plopped right there. For the very center, just to add a little bit more dimension, I'm gonna go in with the VIP color with my pinky, because it's a little smaller, and just take a little bit of it and pop it right on the center. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it just adds a little more dimension, like another layer, so that it's not so flat, and I'm just putting that right in the middle. Cute. I really like it. Awesome. So now let's work on the bottom lash line. I always do my bottom lash line. I don't really like to leave it bare unless unless I don't have anything on the top lid. Then I'll leave that bare. But if I have something like this on the top, I have to do something on the bottom, just so that it doesn't look like party on the top, nothing on the bottom. You want party on top and bottom. So first I think I'm gonna go in with Agent, which is this color right here. So I like to use a smaller brush for this, and I'll just tap a couple times into the color, tap it off, and then go in. I don't know how to do this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Go in a little bit more, and then just kind of blend it downwards. Yeah, I like the way that it looks. I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffier brush. I think I'm going to go in with this one, which is like a pencil brush, but just a little bit longer, a little bit more of a blender. And I'm going to take Secure, which is just a tad bit lighter, and go blend that out a little bit more. And then I like to take like a flat definer brush and go in with my darkest color, and I think I'm going to keep the lower half brown and not add any green because I have so much green on the bottom. So I'm going to go in with Prowl and then go as close to the lash line as possible. Yeah, so it just darkens it just a little bit right there, and I'm going to, not all the way in. I personally don't like bringing the darkest color all the way in. I like to stop a little bit over halfway, and that's just personal reasons. But if you want to go all the way in, honey, you do you, boo-boo. Yeah, I really like what that does. I'm going to go in with that small little pencil brush again, and then I think I'm going to go in with, Agent again, the one that was in the upper corner, and then just go just a little bit more. I think it needs a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Now I'm going to do my waterline color, and I think I want to keep it in the browns. I don't want to bring black in it because then it might look too harsh. So I'm going to do black in the waterline and then do my lower lash mascara. Alright, so I've got the liner, my inner waterline liner, and I did a ColourPop cream gel liner, in the color Call Me. And then obviously my favorite go-to mascara for my lower lash line is the Maybelline Define Lash in Waterproof. And I think the only thing that's missing now is an inner corner highlight. So the highlight that's in the eyeshadow palette is VIP, which is like white. It doesn't get any whiter than this. So I'm gonna try it, but I think it might be like too bright. So I have another one, like a face highlight, the Ofra Rodeo Drive, which I really like for an inner corner highlight. So we'll try this one first so that we can at least, you know, try to keep it one palette. But if it looks crazy, I'm probably gonna add that on top. So just with another little pencil brush, just a couple dips. This works really well with a brush. I know that I applied the two shimmers with my fingers, but with the brush it does pretty well. So all that does is just kind of bring some light to the corner of your eyes. What I also kind of like that it does for me is it kind of makes my nose look a little thinner on the top. At least that's what I think, but it probably doesn't. But yeah, this is the finished look. Let's get a little bit closer. Alright, this is the final look. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it looks great. I think the colors blended out perfectly. I think that in the outer corners it did get a little bit muddy, but overall I think it blended out fantastic. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Let me know if you picked up this vault. Let me know what you guys think about the idea of this kind of being like the reject eyeshadows that didn't make it into the big palette. I was at first like really excited about it, and then when they went through, you know, putting the palettes off and repressing them or whatever it was, I was a little bit scared to get these. And to be honest, I was really scared about this palette in particular, so I'm glad I tried this one out first because I wasn't sure how the green was gonna blend out, but I think it did fantastic. So I'm really excited about it, and let me know what you guys think about this 4 or 5 part series. I don't know what's gonna happen, but let me know if you're excited. Also, let me know if you like my new background, and I was thinking about maybe doing a room tour of this room. I'm still working on it, so it's like a work in progress, but I'm really proud of it right now. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. It's not done, it still needs a lot of work, but this background makes me really, really happy. I love the white and the green, and then I'm loving this light colored, like wood color. I'm really liking it. Usually I like dark woods, but that wood is looking really nice, and I have a picture frame up here with the same kind of color, and I think it looks really good. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. For now, I'm going to film these videos first, but if you want a room tour, let me know, because that would make me happy. Let me know what you think of this look, because I like it. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Alright, I'm back for just a second because I didn't finish. I didn't put a lip color on. So with this look, I paired a, I left it over there. Give me just a second. Okay, so with this look, I paired a darker brown lipstick because I feel like this is fall and this is fall, and it all kind of goes. If you wanted to do a nude, which is most likely what I would probably do, but it's a little bit more fun when you vamp it up with a good lip too. So I did a brown nude from Sephora, the Sephora brand, and I think it's called Yum Yum. Yeah, I think it's called Yum Yum, and I think these lipsticks are so cute. This one has cookies all over it, and so yeah, that's what I paired with it. Now I am done, and I hope you have a good night. Bye.